Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you're so very welcome indeed. Are we living and loving, my darling? We're keeping it very copacetic. This is a waistcoat from a 3-piece suit that I bought from Reese. And then the jeans, my darling, are by Other Fridays. I just found out that they are actually a Scandinavian brand, and I really love the 70s vibe. So I just thought, you know what, it's a 2-piece doodah, pretty simple, but I'm living and I am loving. Are we keeping up with our exercises, my darlings? Let me know if you want me to do some more exercises for 55-year-olds and up. I'm 55, and at this stage of the game, I'm trying to keep lean and trim, and I do not play with my weights. I don't play with these babies. You got to lift weights. It will snatch you up, you will burn, and you'll be looking fabulous. You'll be looking fabulous. Alrighty, my babies. Why are we here? We are here, really, this is one episode that Fumi Nation came into the DMs, into Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. They said, Fumi, Safaree has responded to social media. First posted that he wanted to lower his child support to Erica. That's how this started. He wanted to reduce his child support. He was paying $4,000 and change, and he wanted that reduced because his income, which used to be $61,000, has now also considerably reduced. So I came out here and I did a sister-to-sister in relation to what Safaree was asking, and also talking and standing up for a lot of single mothers out there that I see grinding on a daily basis. So I watched Safaree's episode, and Safaree touched my heart when he started to tear up about how he had rented out a flat and he realized that it just was so confined for the girls. He ended up getting a house for them. He went on to talk about his former stepson, which is Erica's son. He talked about how Erica's son had said that he would rather not be here than to live with Erica. I'm going to bring out the good and bad in the scenario of what we've got, yeah? I think that you're a good father. You're a wonderful father who cannot, and this is extremely important, you have to love your children more than you hate your spouse, your ex-spouse. You haven't gotten there yet. You love your children, but you get Erica in the way of loving and taking care of your kids. I think that it was extremely important that you came out with this video to show your side, because I was very, very, very impressed that you had your children's bedrooms all set up there. I love the house, and I appreciate how calm you are under pressure. I would have loved to have audio on what you and Erica were talking about to give us a very fair example, because I've said it before, when it comes to War of the Roses, I'm sure a lot of you have watched that film, you only want to send your best self. I am the victim. I think both of you are the victim, but I also believe that you're a good dad. I also believe that you have taken steps all the way back as not to ignite the situation. Safaree, I am not here to support one and not support the other, because I want the children to have the best in everything. It broke my heart to see the children with their little milk in their mouths looking at mommy and daddy quarrel. I also understand how you are telling me now that you cannot absolutely go to Erica's place because it always escalates. I get it. But Safaree, you also, I have seen between the lines, passive aggressive is also as dangerous as being volatile. You know the buttons to press. And because you are calm, you think that you might look better. You don't look better. You are also igniting. There was no reason for you to bring up her son. I will throw that out. Why? Because the child is 16. Because the younger children are only, 2 and 3. They need more attention. That is 1,000,000,000%. Having said that, for the love of him, not even Erica, there was no need to add that into the conversation to strengthen your case. I warmed up to you the second you talked about the flat and the house, because I know what that is. I understand that 1,000,000,000%. When Adrian was born, we were in our 2-bedroom flat. When we came back from Cali, we realized it was impossible to stay in this flat. And that's how we moved to a home, to a bigger house. I get it. And we have one child. In the entire segment of which you talked about your relationship with Erica, you still did not address why you wanted to lower the child support payments, of which ignited all of this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Why do you want to lower the support payments? That was what ignited this, because you have to understand that you giving Rolexes to Alara, or whatever she calls herself, I can't remember, does not look good in the public eye. After all of that, apparently you went to Nicki Minaj concert where you paid 10,000 for the ticket. What is that about? This is your ex as well. So don't come off as if you are the victim. You ran after Erica. You ran after her. You swooned her. And you promised all of these wonderful promises. And then when it didn't work out, you now want to show that she's not a great mother to her 16-year-old. That's not healthy. That does not put you into a great light. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Having said that, I am happy that you spoke out. I am happy that now we can see that, you know what, this also can be a bit much. But you have to love your children more than you dislike your ex-spouse, more than you hate your ex-spouse. And that means that you try to work things out with her. I will still say it because she had the calendar there. You had only seen them for about a dozen times of the year so far. How? How is that fair? On top of which, Safaree and all brothers out there, you have to co-parent. When they say co-parent, it means that you keep in communication with each other. You had the children and you put them into summer school. You should have called Erica and say, Erica, the kids are with me, and as you very well know, I'm thinking about putting them into summer school. This is the school, this is the criteria, this is what they're doing there. What do you think? Regardless of the fact that you had them, you should have let her know. You should have let her know. That way she feels included into their everyday lives, even though they are not with her. The same thing for you to them. Erica, what do you need? Erica, what do you want? Erica, I'm going to get to you in a minute, but let me finish with Safaree first. It was not right. It was not right because you come off again passive aggressive and I am in control, and when they're with me they're doing everything with me and this, that and the third. No, it is wrong. You should have crossed over with her and said they're going to this summer camp. What do you think about it? I think it's a good idea. I would like for them to go so that they're not cooped up in their house throughout the summer holidays, not doing anything during the day. Let them go and paint. Let them meet other little friends over here and there. I wanted to cross-check with you, Mama. I know you're the mama, you know, but I wanted to cross-check with you. Sometimes when you deal with things with sugar, it's so much better than you try with salt. I'm just saying. I remember when you said you only wanted one child, then that means that you should have been protecting yourself to make sure that it was only one child that you are going to get up out of Erica. But you cannot go there unprotected and then she gets pregnant again and then you are upset regardless of what you discussed because you did not carry it through. You have to carry it through. Having said that, I hear you. And I have to, because there are other men out there, there are other fathers out there that are trying their best, that are doing their best. And I would prefer that you love up on your children than not to see them at all. Nobody wants that, because these little sweet, sweet, innocent children, it broke my heart. I couldn't really watch it, and I was really happy that you only had little clips of it, but it broke my heart to see those children like that. And you and Erica were going on, and I know that she was hitting at you, and I know that you just give her the phone, leave it, stop it, because the children are there. Erica, you need deep soul search therapy. Soul search therapy, because you are not behaving like a mother that thinks of her children first. You have no right whatsoever to bring a ladder from where God knows where to jump onto his premises. That's trespassing. That is what? That is trespassing. And let me tell you something, Erica. You can do that to the wrong place and you can get yourself hit. And then what will happen with the children? You have to control your temper. You have to control your temper in front of the children. You have to control your temper outside with people, because you know what? As pretty as you are, you become extremely dislikable. You have no right to be in his house and you're destroying his furniture. Left to me, Safaree should send you the bill for the plates that you smashed, for the ornaments that you smashed in the house and outside of the house. You are careless. You are careless. You march the children right out barefoot on that glass. Supposing their foot got cut. Supposing they get gangrene, if you know what that is. This is why you don't see Safaree, because Safaree doesn't want to deal with your crazy self. You're so out of control. You're so angry all the time. All the time. I support every single mother out here. I do. And I support you. But I will tell you when you are wrong. Fumi Nation was out here throughout. Fumi, Safaree has responded. Fumi is very damaging. Fumi, you have to come and see this. Because I stand for my women all the time. I stand for my sisters all the time. All the clothes that Adrian has, some of them brand new, I donate all of them to my single mothers that have sons, that have daughters, because I know what that grind is. Why? Because when Ula travels, I'm here with Adrian and I only have but one child. And we're out here in these streets hustling. I understand what that is. But at the same time, Erica, you have to calm down. Why is it that Safaree is still running around playing and talking with his ex-girlfriends? The other day, I think it was her birthday, he bought her a present. Why is it that he's able to get along with her? Well, maybe because they don't have children together. For me, maybe it's that. Maybe it's that Safaree too can be passive aggressive and we don't see between the lines. Because what I don't like is for him to bring out videos of saying, I don't want to go to mommy's house. And then you turn around, oh, you know what? You have your children talking about what Safaree did in his house.
What did Daddy do? When was this?
And my daddy.
When you was with Daddy?
Yeah.
Really?
I saw him fall off. I saw my daddy kick him and fall off.
And who fell off?
And I was watching him while I fall off.
And did Daddy? Why did Daddy kick him? Who got? Leggy got a boo-boo?
I need to tell my mommy he got boo-boo like that.
Wow. And this was in Daddy's house?
Yes, that's not my daddy's. That's not my brother's father.
That's not your brother's father? Who said that?
Daddy.
Tit for tat, tat for tit. What is this? Why? Why, Erica? You are bringing up girls. Don't you know that it's not what we tell our children, it's what our children see. It is what they see. I have told you the story many a time of two brothers. Their father was bad-tempered, he was a drunk, he was a millionaire, he was extremely aggressive, and he had women all over the place. He had two sons, and when the father died, they went up to the graveside to give their last respects. As they came down, the father's friend said, "Jonathan, why did you turn out the way that you did?" And he said, "It's because of what I saw." Translation: I swore never to be that. The other child came all the way down. They said, "Jamie, why are you the way that you are?" Meanwhile, Jamie was a drunk. He came late. He spilled out of the taxi corner with the taxi overchange. He's divorcing his wife and doesn't know where he's going to sleep that night. "Jamie, why are you the way that you are?" And he said, "It's because of what I was shown." Translation: this is all I know. That's what you're teaching those two children. You see, Didi has a sister. You guys didn't know? Nobody has heard from her, of her, or whatever. Why? She said, "I don't want any parts. I know how I grew up, and I know what I saw. I don't want no parts." Didi said, "This is what I was shown, and this is how I am. Deal with it." That's why he's in Brooklyn in a jail without bail, third time in a row. You do not understand that these are the children's foundation. It's the children's foundation. You cannot come out here as a victim and say, "Oh my God, you know, he did this, he won't pay for this, he hasn't shown up." Why would he show up? Why would Safaree show up when this is what you do? And that was his house. You can only imagine what you do in your house. There's only so much anybody can take, Erica. He's telling us, "I want to do everything." He has the children's bedrooms in there. He wants to take them to daycare. You are against it all the time. Why? I also confronted him. I asked him, why does he want to reduce the child payments? Maybe because he's putting the money elsewhere, where he says, "You know what, I'm rounding all of this up, and you know what, I'm paying a little bit more." The point being is that, why can't you just come all the way down and look at your children and say, "Do it for them"? Think about the life that you've lived. Think about all the tears that you've cried. Think about all the relationships that you've lost. Could it be that maybe you're the common denominator? You are the one that is causing all of this. That's why I said from the very beginning, Mama, you just might need deep therapy. That's just what it is. We have to be humble. Humility will bring clarity. It does not take anything out of you to apologize. And if you know that you did wrong, it takes nothing out of you. It only shows that you really do want to be better for the bigger picture. You can co-parent. You can have blended families. I'm in great support of that. But I'm a greater supporter for children. They did not bring themselves here. He told you he did not want any more children. He categorically said it. You went on ahead and decided that, you know what, I'm pregnant. I'm going to make myself that I'm open to the pregnancy because you also can take precaution. Let's call it what it is. You also can take precaution and say, well, you know what, let's space it out a bit, because your relationship, man and woman, is also important. You have to be friends, and I say that all the time. You have to really love each other out of the bedroom. You have to really love each other in the kitchen, on the difficult nights, at 2-3 a.m. when everybody wants to sleep. That's when you have to really love, respect, and give consideration to each other as parents, because the child comes first. Your children come before you. The children come before Safaree. You and Safaree got to figure this out. And if you're going to bring it to the public and say, you know what, as Safaree said that there's so much money paying with lawyers, then you know what, I do not mind taking out the time to say, my little brother and sister, this is where you were wrong, but I will draw you close and I will tell you, you know what, I understand. Erica, I understand, but also I will tell you where you are wrong. You know why? It's not about the two of you. It's about the children. And if the two of you make an effort and extend an olive branch, then maybe one of you will say, okay, let me make an effort. Safaree drew tears, and it touched my heart. It did touch my heart. You have to do better, my darlings. And thank you, Fumi Nation, for bringing it to my attention, because it was very, very much needed. And that was why I had to do this episode ASAP. All of my love, my darlings. Do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you. What? I'll see you sooner than later. All of my love.